Hello and welcome to this third specific lesson on Microsoft Planner, where we will examine all the elements that make up the interface of this application. You can follow it in English as usual, as well as in French, German, and Spanish and Portuguese. I will follow the slides in Italian, but I invite you to follow them in your language because they are exactly the same, and it is important to follow them for a clear understanding of what is being said. They are absolutely identical to those in Italian. There are screenshots identical, and only the language of the comments varies. Let's go to the slides and the Microsoft Planner user interface. We open the main environment, the main slide menu of the interface, User, and we go directly to the scroll area. Planner is an environment where we can move in various ways, and this is surely the main one, the dashboard, which indicates whether it opens by default. Then we can modify the angles from which we can view the activities. However, the activities we entered remain the same, just viewed from various angles. Then we can adjust the angles from which we observe the activities. However, the activities we entered remain the same, just viewed from various angles. This is the table where activities are organized in columns. So up here we have what are called boxes, and vertically there are the activities. So there is this Italian company that wishes to market Tuscan wines in America. Thus, activities have been assigned for the marketing of Chianti, of Brunello di Montalcino, as well as for managing clients and suppliers, to organize video conferences with the various sales directors from the THE. Worldwide, to analyze performance indicators and the company's results, conduct analyses, and then undertake medium and long-term actions. And then he dedicated himself, as I mentioned, to all these activities that we see here in the list. When we enter Planner, there's also the Create a Plan button, as we will see in the next lesson when we open our plan for the Congress event. By clicking on the new plan, we will choose the empty plan, and we will create a plan that can be generated or created from scratch. At that moment, a group will be automatically created in Office 365, where the plan will be generated from an Office 365 group. We can also see the plan in the Hub environment. Here, in your Hub, you can see the list of all the plans we are part of. By clicking on these points and adding the plan to your favorites, as I have done here for the marketing plan for Tuscan wines in America, we have immediately an overview of the situation of this plan. As you can see here, it shows us the reference to the plan that I saved in my favorites. The state of the art refers to the activities we have not yet begun, those that are ongoing, those that are behind schedule, and also those that have been completed. Next, as we saw in the previous lesson, there are activities that have been assigned to me. We will look at some additional elements, specifically that I can choose the table and the activities assigned to me. I will receive the activities assigned to me not only in the plan for Tuscan wine marketing in America, but also at other levels. As you can see, there is an activity from the Criminal Procedure Plan here by Mario Rossi. There is a preliminary hearing, which makes this another project, but since this activity has been assigned to me and it appears on my task list. All activities assigned to me can be viewed from various perspectives. I view them from a state-of-the-art perspective. So those that haven't started yet, those that are ongoing, and those that have been completed. Or I can go check those that have been scheduled. I can go see the deadlines. I can consult the activities by priority. That is to say, those that are urgent and important activities and moderately important activities. As previously mentioned, the activities remain unchanged, so I have been integrated into these plans. I was assigned some activities. Now I have developed plans with examples of entirely different activities from each other, but I assigned these activities to myself in the plans, and therefore they seem to me like tasks to be completed, but they are always the same. If this will represent it, it's another aspect of planning, of the state of the art of deadlines and priorities. In addition, activities can also be displayed in a grid, meaning that you can see a list identical to the one that appears in To Do. Because Planner automatically generates a task list when a plan is created to be completed, as we have mentioned several times, and as we are exploring in depth in the dedicated lesson. Generates this task list, which includes activities from other plans that we are going to discuss add. Regardless of the plans, all those that are scheduled in the plan will appear, and they will be added automatically based on the due date we have entered. Then we have the activities in the table column that we already have observed. I would also like to emphasize the activities in the column of the table that we have already seen several times can be viewed from different angles. So here I can view it by container. Here are the containers. This is what I need to do to sell the project and to sell the Brunello. Di Montalcino, for managing clients and suppliers and for handling video conferences with the sales directors. These same activities can also be viewed according to the people they have been assigned to whom they have been assigned. I am here, but there are also other people to whom I have assigned these tasks. I can see these same activities, these identical activities, based on their progress statuses. Not started, in progress, completed. I can view them by due date. Here, no due date has been specified. Here, these are upcoming due dates. I can show you how labels work, meaning that we will see then how that works. You can assign colored and text labels to activities to mark them compared to others, to distinguish them by category or importance. Finally, we can also view them by priority, urgent and important, or of medium priority. By staying in the table and navigating this drop-down menu, we can see these different angles. Then, the activities can also be viewed in the charts. Here, we can see them by participants, meaning they are the members of the plan to whom the activities were assigned. And here we see those to whom the activities were assigned. We have the colors of what is completed and what is not. The activities are also displayed in the calendar. Here is a deadline. They can be inserted automatically after a certain operation has been completed, performed, even in the Outlook calendar. It will be necessary to perform a small, very simple operation. But at that point, all the activities we will insert into Plan Air will appear, with the name of this plan also appearing in the Microsoft Outlook calendar. Next, we will see how to add members to the plan. It's a very simple task. I click on Members and enter the initials of the person who is a member. From the organization, of course, whether as a member or a guest, the name of the person will show up and I will select that person. This person will automatically join the plan. There are many other features, like instant conversation start, the ability to see who the members of the plan are and what files have been attached. And as we've mentioned several times, they can also be viewed on OneDrive. The notebook can be opened directly. We can add certain activities to favorites. We can copy the plan if we need to create another one. We can export it to Excel. We can copy the link to send it to someone because we want to show it to them. We have already mentioned adding it to the Outlook calendar. And then we can also leave the Office 3665 plan or group. Then here on the right, by clicking on the gear, we can open the settings. And here, we will manage the licenses of the people who are part of the plan. Because they do not have an Office 365 license, they will not even be able to modify the attached files, a Word file, an Excel file, and if it were necessary for work, it would clearly present a major limitation. Here, we can configure Planner in our language. So, let's configure the Planner interface in our language. We can also change the login password for our Office 365 account. We created this additional summary to review the situation. Regarding the elements of the user interface of Microsoft Planner. In the next lesson, we will begin to build our plan for organizing and managing the conference event. I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. Hello?